I received a lot of important phone calls throughout the nation, and I got a chance to talk to a couple people, and I asked them for their insight and how they feel about the economy and the direction where everybody is going. And what I found, no, you can't change your name. No, that's fine. No, I don't want to hear it. No, you can have a nickname, and you can still film, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do. This is our legacy. We are the first of the first of the first. I read the tabloids all the time. I know the guy who prints out the tabloids. I'm not worried about that. I support you. I support you. You can be anything that you want to be in this world. And I will always be there, and I will always support you. You have to understand that I know what I'm doing. Okay? Now, I know you might feel that, I don't get to be there all the time and parent and, be, super supportive and hands-on, and I know what the tabloids are going to say and TMZ and all that stuff, but I want you to know that you can be whatever you want to be, but you're keeping the family name. That's what me and your mother named you, and that's just the end of that conversation. Now, talking back to the future of everyday people, you got to remember, right now in Washington, we are going through a family intervention. And a lot of our good colleagues who's been with us and dedicated a service of a tiny little port has came to the conclusion that some people feel that other people are no longer qualified to do the Jason Bourne thing. And some of the Tom Cruises feel as if they are overqualified and they deserve better pay. And there's some other people that we cannot specifically name that apparently has the objective of doing a particular task and getting a precise job done for the most part. Now, these people have dedicated their lives for America to make the national security system and the U.S. Treasury, the Pentagon, and all that history stuff that most people don't care about, to make the world a better place. Now, a lot of them are being reassigned. Some of them might get their jobs back, and some of them may not get their jobs back. And let me be the first to say, right now, from the situation, I don't really know. Well, I do know, but yet kind of, bear with me, that there's some changes happening right now. And right now, we don't know what to do. So we're going to keep showing you the same news feed over and over. And we are going to go into our little bunkers, and tiny little bunkers, and we're going to sort out the best scenario to handle these things, simply because there's a lot going on right now. And you have to remember my administration, and then her administration, their administration, and then the Congress, and then there's people we have to talk to. And things have to go through a meeting, and other people got other priorities right now. And I know the situation is tough. I know it's difficult. I know it's very uncomfortable, and it's a very hard time for fellow Americans all around the world. And I want you to know that we are doing everything possible to get this situation under control. Now, we have our ups, we have our downs, we have some good days, we have some bad days, just like any other job in the world. And I know people are going to have their opinions. And I know for the most part, a lot of people don't believe in us. A lot of people wish that we didn't exist for the most part. And I know there are some people that just right off the bat just don't care for us. And that's okay. That's okay. You're entitled to your opinion, and I respect your opinions. Not because I'm the president, not because I'm the man. I respect your opinions as a human being because you deserve the right to be listened to. Your votes matter, your opinions matter, your education matters, your mindset matters, and most importantly, you are a human being. No matter what this country tells you, no matter what the system tells you, you are important. Wherever you are in the world, whatever it is that you're doing, just know that you are important and we care about you. Right now, we are having an intervention with our own problems and our own situation. So I had to, get in the Blackbird, private jet, fly back to the White House and talk, with some very important people, which I can't name, classified information. And we're having these meetings and we're trying to get America in control for the most part. And I know the news, there's houses on fire, there's bears in trash cans, wild bears trying to eat little bears and little dogs. And I know for the most part, under this administration, that some people are not going to make the cut. Some people are not going to make the team, just like the playoffs. Some teams are not going to the playoffs. And we have to make sure that we pick the best candidates to handle these situations. Now, I understand that you have concerns. I understand your names come up every now and then. And I do understand there are some people that are waiting for that position so they can be the best of the very best of the best. We have to figure out our own personal situations. And I know there's other situations all around the world. A little bit of here, a little bit of there. Trust me, we get the phone calls every single day. My best solution would be to put your differences to a side and survive. Do the best that you can to better your life and change your perspective. Because if you keep going down this route and going down this road, it's not going to benefit. Now, I know some things just don't make sense. And trust me, I be in those meetings and I give my opinion. And sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it don't. Sometimes I don't agree with it. Sometimes I don't even see the point of having these meetings half the time. And I have to remember that if I don't give my very best at all given time and do what I have to do in order to save the country and this great nation, then democracy will be lost. And I'm not going to blame the liberals. I'm not going to blame the Democrats. I'm not going to blame the Republicans. I am going to take self-responsibility to make sure that I do the very best of the best that I can. Now, I understand a lot of Americans feel confused right now. A lot has happened. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of high interest rates. There's a lot of conspiracies. There's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of artificial intelligence for the most part. Now, I'll tell you about this artificial intelligence. You be careful with social media. Don't believe everything that you see. Remember, your cell phones are computers. Okay? It's not like the good old days where you just, roll a number and, just dial on the phone. These are very efficient, sufficient, significant artificial intelligence of a network, of a broadcast system that is very powerful. And you have to be very careful because the internet is like the ocean. And we are the fishes that use the internet. And once you go into that net, you're in the net. And sometimes you can change the net, you can get out the net. It's a whole process and all that stuff. So if you make a mistake, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. I need for you to be the best that you can do for yourself. Now, I know artificial intelligence is like the coolest thing, and everybody's having fun on their Instagrams and Facebooks, and I don't believe it's Twitter anymore. I think Elon Musk changed it to X or something like that. You gotta remember that we're in a whole different new world, and you still got the good old fashioned value every day. Same old talk, same good conversation. And you have a whole new world of a new generation of young adults that's trying to make a difference in the world. We have to work together. We have to share ideas. And we have to put our separate differences to a side and look at the bigger picture. And right now, our big picture is all over the place. We're not perfect right now. We have failed as a team. We have failed together equally. And I'll be the first to say, I have failed you. And I failed you terribly. I failed you horribly. I failed you so bad that I don't even know what to do with myself. And I wish I could just put the blame on somebody else, but that's not what a man does. Man takes responsibility. He looks at his situation, and he does better. Now, I know it's going to take some time, and we're going to get this job done, and we're going to do it right. Now, to my fellow brothers all around the world, I know there's tough times right now, and I know that these situations completely caught you off guard, and these are random moments throughout life. Just know that we are going to make it. We will survive. We will get through the storm. And no matter what the people say, no matter what we go through, we shall overcome. Sometimes you just got to pray. Sometimes you got to change your perspective. And sometimes you got to have a little bit of faith. And if you don't have faith, you're not going to make it. You got to have faith. Sometimes I doubt myself. Sometimes I just want to throw in the towel and say, forget it. And I remind myself that somebody believes in me because I believe in myself. And if we don't believe in ourselves, then nothing's going to change for the future. We got to believe in ourselves no matter what. I'm still new to this whole, presidential thing, and I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. But I'll tell you like this. I do what I got to do in order to make a difference. And I work countless late hours to ensure that the American people are safe. They be telling me all the time, you should go home, you should relax, spend some time with your family. I'm like, nope, I got to keep working and make sure that the people are getting better. Now, I can't do it all by myself. That's why we got a team. And right now we are going through a dilemma of some untold situations. Right now, it's tough. It's real tough. Right now, we made it to the playoffs. We're losing some of our best star players. And some of our players, for the most part, are pleading and begging to stay on the team. And that's something we got to work out. My recommendation for everybody else is focus on your star players, focus on your dreams, and do better, do more. The world is changing. It's 2025, and we got to do different. We got to do different. We got to do better, and we have to give people the ability to believe again. Now, if we're just going to keep destroying one another, blaming one another, and just picking with one another, then we're not going to achieve anything. That's not how winners are born. Winners come together with other winners, and they create something, they put the differences to a side, and they get the job done. The losers will hold you back. The losers give up. The losers throws in a towel. And sometimes the losers are late bloomers, and they end up becoming winners on accidents, one-hit wonders. And I know some people are saying, it's not about a competition. It's about dream work builds the teamwork. Now, I can't hold your hand through life and tell you, go this way, do this, pick this out, do this like this. Nope, change that. Carry the 3, divide by 4. I can't do that for you. You got to believe in yourself. You got to go on the mission. You got to go on the journey, and you got to be the best that you can be. Now, I know some of you guys feel that people have something against you guys. They don't. Your slate is wiped clean, completely. You got nothing to worry about. We are a family. We are a team. We are a unit. We are everyday people, for the most part, that's just trying to, just trying to figure out the day for the most part. I don't know. It's just the beginning of the day. If you want things to change, you got to open your mind to change. You got to do the unbelievable. You got to give people a chance. And I know some people got too many chances. And some people just don't get enough chances. And some people, for the most part, we need to stop ganging up on people and pointing the finger at them as if they are the bad guys. This country, for over 400 years, has went through pain, suffering, a tyranny, depression, anxiety, and loss of psychology. And a lot of feelings and a lot of psychology has been broken throughout the years. And I will say, some of you guys know what it's like to feel as if nobody cares about you. Some of you guys know what it's like to break down and you can't pick yourself up. Yep, I said it. Some of you guys know exactly what it feels like when you have nothing left and you gave your very best. Some of you guys know exactly what it feels like when you really don't know what to do. And you pray to God, and you say, God, I'm losing my mind. God, I don't know what to do. God, I'm suffering. God, the people are doing this to me. God, why did you pick me? We all been there. We all been there. You're not alone. You are not alone. I know you might feel alone. You might feel as if you got nothing left. You might feel you're not important. Don't pour your heart out to the internet because people will laugh at you. 90% of people feel exactly the same way like you, and 10% actually do something about it. Remember that. I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to pull yourself together, tell yourself everything's going to be okay, and get out there and do something different. If it's not working, do something different. Every day, you should have a goal. Every day, you should have a new task of trying to achieve something. And if you are in a situation where you can't do nothing, you still make something out of something. Some people don't even know how to boil water. Some people never worked on water before. So for the most part, what I'm going to need you to do, I'm going to need you to believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, well, you let yourself down, you let the team down, and most importantly, you let the inner person inside of you down. Pick yourself up, do better, and never give up on yourself, no matter what.